Hello everyone, Civic Extraordinaire here, and today we are taking another look at the Olmec, and we just recently established our city of La Venta. Our capital is San Lorenzo, and we should be having a fairly interesting session today, as we are continuing to further expand our outposts, and we have just recently discovered the wonder of Vinicunca, and we claimed an outpost to settle this territory for ourselves. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the gameplay and start playing. I know last episode I kind of was blabbering on a lot and over-explaining some things, but for today's episode I want to make it to the classical era and see just what we can do. Alright, our first event, the art of divination spreads across the empire. Priests search for messages from the gods in animal entrails, the flights of birds, the wheeling of the stars, in holy decoctions, and elsewhere. Now, however, the practices have become so commonplace, so bizarre, that the whole empire is sliding towards chaos, or chaotic superstition. Even the eating patterns of chickens are being interpreted by military commanders. What to do? I think we actually got this event last episode, but I guess they can reoccur. So I think we'll go with reason. We need some increased scientific output. And I think I also made the observation that due to our super high faith output, that can influence our tech a bit. But I think our science production is actually pretty good. So we just need to worry about our military because we are kind of passive about this stuff. Alright, and we're working on a holy site right now, just to help strengthen our religion. I think bronze working is the next best idea for us. Just because we are kind of weak on our military, like I said earlier. And our outposts are growing, so that is a good sign. But basically we were using our estate abilities to, I shouldn't say estate, our just outpost to rapidly expand. So that has been fairly sufficient for us. But we're making use of our Olmec heads because they're really helping us further grow our cities because they provide faith and food. Alright, and I think we have this guy, he's scouting over here. We have some coffee.
Let's go.
And we have a curiosity right here. Alright, more rivers, wonderful. I think I wanted to do a Harappan stream. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. If you are, please let me know in the comments. But just to see the way they interact with this map, it seems almost perfect. I think we've got this event before, so I'm not going to go over it again with you guys and bore you, but I think we can safely overlook this event. Just the game one. We definitely got that one last episode. Okay, you'll have to take an alternate path. That's fine. Alright, now we have bronze working. I think I want to nab this coastal area too. So, let's actually just drop an outpost here. We are really expanding rapidly. So, it looks like we have a ton of this land just for ourselves. But the AI has actually been fairly aggressive about grabbing land. So I think this may be the full extent to which we are finalizing our land acquisition, I guess you could say. But anyway, you can keep exploring south here. We really need some more administrators, so I have been considering the Persians, though I definitely want to play the Franks, and I know that could conflict, just with how we expand. Because obviously 2 expansionist civs in a row would be a bit repetitive and generic, just in how I play them, I guess. Because the gameplay strategies would probably be fairly similar. But I don't know what city I want to grow next. I think I want to elevate this city next. And I might just go ahead with city creation just because it's going to take so long. But I don't think I want to spend the money just because I don't know how stability will be affected. But since we are kind of phasing out our scouts, I think it's fine to go ahead and drop this guy on this city. Alright, and we have the leadership civic unlocked. The capital is the Empire's true seat of power, but now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Their leaders and other influential figures, once away, want sway over the Empire's affairs, and the question of who wields power must be answered. This is definitely something I love about the... Okay, this is actually helpful. The admin system here is because... or the civics, actually, because it allows a ton of autonomy over your Empire's choices, and it just really makes you feel a lot more unique in the ways you go forwards with choosing how to develop your Empire. So I think that's really a nice touch by Amplitude. But we're going to wait to get that in 4 turns. We've already spent 2 civic points on some other decisions. I think we're fairly authoritarian, but that could change in the future depending on the bonuses offered. Alright, we can also see our stability here. Something I wanted to point out, which is interesting, is that you can also see the religion. We have a ton of followers, and basically, the more followers you get, the more reforms you can make. Also, we get a... Okay, we got sailing, but you can see there's unique features. There's even a forest. I forget the exact name of it, but something that's cool. Kind of reminds me of Gathering Storm, but unique features are named, and not just wonders, but like forests and oceans, which is a nice little touch. Okay, let's get roads. Kind of walking around a bit too much here. Some roads would be nice, especially with the rivers. Although I guess an argument could be made that the rivers are our roads, so... Okay, an attitude has changed.
This arrangement would see both our
Alright, and they want a
empires
non-aggression pact.
prosper.
This is great because our military is really weak. So, they also are a more peaceful civ, but a non-aggression pact is nice for our friends out there. Okay, and we have a new religious rite as well. The Empire's religion grows, more and more followers coming into the faith every day. Some practice their beliefs through ceremonies led by priests, while others guide their own worship. It is time to give blessing to one of these means. And I think this has to deal with autonomy as well. But I want to get the administer first before we mess with religious rites. Okay. Let's exit out of this menu. Alright, let me just see. Yeah, okay, looks like we got one more follower. So that's probably what triggered the event. Let's make you get rid of this sanctuary here. It's been here for a while. Okay, population gain. And we got a new grievance. Okay. Alright. Looks like we found a goodie hut. And I think we set this guy to auto-explore. Yes. He can just be our remaining scout that we'll have him deliberate from there or whatever. What do I want to do with you? Ooh, that's a great spot for an Olmec head. I think I can't just resist. I have to buy that out. We do have a high stability, so I think that's thanks to our religion. I'm not too sure, but that will definitely help later on in the game, just to help us keep our faith. But for now, I think an industrial zone right there is a good idea. Or could we even get another head here? Okay, that wouldn't be as good. Okay, looks like we got most of our stronger faith spots secured, so I definitely am going to do a Maker's Quarter here. Alright, we'll end our turn. Okay, and I'm still adjusting the mic quality. I'll have to see just how fluid I sound. But I don't really have a desk yet, so I've just been messing around on my floor. But I hope to get that changed a bit in the future. Okay, our scout is in position. Let's actually get this curiosity. Okay, and what are you... Okay, clear the sanctuary, please. Alright. Looks like it was actually on top of our outpost, which is a bit awkward.
Understood.
Alright, and we can underturn again. We should be close to the classical era. Alright, and we can claim a new wonder. Okay, let's get Stonehenge. And I'm actually kind of a bit behind because I was experimenting with other Let's Plays. Not Let's Plays, just cultures like the Zhou and the Babylonians just to see how they played. So I didn't realize that there were limited slots, so I had to kind of default back to my save for the first episode. So a few things may look a bit different, so I apologize for that. But it looks like our output obelisk is almost done. And the Stonehenge should be very good just because of all the extra food for co-religious states. Right, a melody for every occasion. In the teeming, iconic city of La Venta, musicians are a celebrated part of the local culture with a long history in holy rites. They bring nobility to religious rituals, jollity to palace celebrations, smiles to the sick and ailing, courage to marching armies, and distraction to the gods. Alas, they are still too small in number, especially the good ones, and now word of their renown has reached across the empire. Lords, priests, commanders, among others, are grousing that their city deserves such artists too. How will you satisfy them? I really love the vocabulary in here because it makes me seem so inadequate. A lot of these words I haven't even heard, like grousing. I definitely need to expand my dictionary. But I think I've actually had this event, I think, for the Babylonians when I played them. Um, but let's just build and try to further establish musicians across our empire and see if that can help our legacy. I'm not going to spoil the results. Alright, we found another curiosity. There's even one here too. Okay, and since that's a Zhou outpost, we can move forward there too.
Off we go.
That should be fine. Alright, knowledge is power. And we've accomplished a world deed. We discovered writing. Oh, we got 2. And we built a holy site. So our fame is actually pretty good. I've seen some people with scores of like 13,000. And I think we've already got to the next era as well. Ooh, that's very nice. Actually, hold on. I'm going to hold off real quick here. Just because I want to see our civics. We have 2 civic points available, so I've been slacking a bit. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, let's get... Okay, I think I'm fine just with being more Republican, or espousing the virtues of Republicanism, so I think we can get a small council for a governorship. And I think we'll do with the +5 influence. Then we can mess with the religious rights later. So now that we have an extra administrator, oops, let's go over to this settlement. And, okay, we can't speed the creation up, unfortunately. That is too bad. Okay. But let's enter a new era. Alright, and as we enter a new era, I think we're going to choose now. Let me see this gold output real quick. Okay, we could hold off, but I just want to see our options really quickly. Okay, I don't think I want to be expansionist. Mayans are an interesting option. I don't think I want to go with the Morians because they kind of rely on independent people, and I don't think we've seen any this game. Carthaginians are also interesting, but I don't know if we have a lot of coastline, and their Kothon kind of relies on that. The Aksumites could be interesting. Okay, I actually tried them last game when I was playing with another culture, but I'm not too sure about their unique ability. Okay. I'm not really too sure how trades function, but merchant could be interesting. Okay, and it kind of does sync with our religion as well. Okay. You know what, I think we'll go with the Aksumites, not only because a lot of people have been going with the Egyptians and then I think transcending to the Greeks or whatever, and to just make our culture kind of more unique and differentiate ourselves from the other Let's Plays, but just because money also is going to help us a bit. I think we're fairly low on money. Let me just see. Yeah, we're only doing 25 per turn, and I think we could be doing a bit more, especially just to finance an army in the future. So I think we're just going to go with Aksumites, also because I really like the look of their unique district, and they have some nice clothes as well. But let's just go with this merchant culture. It should help give us a
As
foundation.
urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
Very nice artwork there. Okay, it looks like it's just showing our cultures upgrade. That's a really nice feature as we get more and more complex. So, that is very nice. And you can see there are our Olmec heads, and then we just completed our obelisk. So, with that in mind, I think we want to try to work on a great obelisk. Okay. I think someone told me the white tiles are highlighted because they get the most bonus from food districts. And that is, I think that's a agrarian district right there. This is also an agrarian district. Okay, that's +3, +2, +1. Okay, that looks like it's the best spot for that, but also the obelisk, so we are a bit conflicted there. Okay, and we kind of sacrifice our culture if we place that there. So overall, this looks like a great spot for a district. But I don't know if we want to build Stonehenge. Just somewhere. Okay, I think we're going to build Stonehenge there. We're not going to sacrifice our pops. But let's get flood irrigation first. And let's see if we have any other stuff for our production. Okay, I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. That should be okay. And then obviously after we get Stonehenge, what does that count towards stability? Okay, that gives us stability, so that's probably a good idea because we are a bit low. Let's check out the
This
steel.
proposal respects your
Okay, I'm fine with that. And then you should be finishing your production quarter soon. Great. Let's link this territory with Laventa. I think just to give them a better set of yields. But what is this outpost here? That's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. I want to link this one.
Let's go.
So I don't know what the problem is there. Do we not have an outpost on this tile? Okay, we don't have an outpost. I don't know what this is then. I guess someone raised their outpost. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Okay, but we need more influence so we can wait until next turn and then we can link that outpost. I didn't realize that. That's a bit weird. That's just my fault. Let's progress to the next turn and see what happens. Alright. And then I think we can place an outpost. Okay, so that was my mistake. But let's link this real quick. Okay, we don't have enough influence. We can wait until next turn. But I don't think we have enough. We haven't filled our meter. A melody for every occasion too. Creating an institution dedicated to music in every city was an excellent idea. Performers produce refined, delicate compositions, and many pay for the privilege to hear them play. Music is a serious, artful practice, carried out by trained adepts. The strict classical musical culture is well established. Alright, and we got euphony. So we established music. This was also the same result we got for our last, our last Let's Play, not Let's Play, my other culture plays. But I think that unlocked a new civic decision. No, it didn't. I don't know what that did then. Oops. Okay, I'm still getting used to the UI. Sorry, guys. But can we get some use out of this? Okay. We might want to get a farmer's district then. Okay. We can get one here as well. I think that would be +5. So that's not a bad idea. Let's just see how we're growing here. Okay, I think we will get a farmer's district then. Our stability is okay. We're doing okay here, I mean to say. Um, but I didn't realize that we reached out to the ocean here, which is kind of interesting. I think we'll actually get flood irrigation. And then we can get the farmer's quarter. Right. Alright. And then, before I forget, let's attach this outpost. Okay, we're super short of the, or like, not super short, we're just barely missing that attachment. Let's just attach this and see if we can make this a big city, just to make things interesting. And we also get the Aksumites palace. Okay. We're also making a city here as well. But let's buy that out, and we automatically assign an administrator here. And then let's go send you over here and sacrifice for some food. Right, I think a good idea would be to... Let's see. Right, let's get a... You're kind of low on production. But you're also kind of low on food, I think. So a farmer's quarter here, not a bad idea. Then we can make some more obelisks. So I think that's okay.
All right.
But we can also disband you as well. Okay, let's just disband this guy, and then we can immediately sacrifice a pop to speed this up. Or we could put both guys on here to speed this up. I think we'll do that instead, just because sacrificing a pop is kind of a risky decision. Looks like we have a new grievance, unfortunately. But let's go with philosophy, get some science going, because we are, I think, on the lower end of the science train. We only have 16 in our capital. I think that's actually fallen a bit. So once we are done with Stonehenge, I think it will be a good idea to try to build something scientific. Alright, and what are you doing? Okay. Since you're not really doing anything, I think I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice you here. Make some use out of our early Neolithic strats or whatever. And you are working on your farmer's quarter. Okay. Let's actually talk to the AI really quickly and see if we can negotiate anything. We have a non-aggression pact with the Harappans, but they're not too much of a worry as the Zhou and the Hittites are. So if we can score a non-aggression pact...
This is something you need.
Let me see with the Hittites real quick. You're not the Hittites. Okay, they are not accepting anything. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's see if we can score anything with the Harappans then. You're not the Harappans. Here you are. If we can propose an alliance and try to get something started.
This is something you need to see.
Did they deny us or what? I didn't see that. Okay, it looks like they denied our proposal, unfortunately. But they are offering us a non-aggression pact, so I will take it. And it looks like it's... Oh, I'm sorry, I completely misread that. That's just our previous offer. I'm not going to pay them the gold. I think I'll just gear up for war just in case, as a precaution. But that should be fine. Okay, it looks like they're expanding as the Goths, and that could be a problem. I've had some warnings on the Discord just about how dangerous the Goths can be, so I'm just going to prepare just for the worst. So, after that is done, I think we've got to get our unique javelin thrower. So we're kind of weak on our resources here. We need some horses. Okay, you have horses here. Unfortunately, I do not have a settlement there. I think actually, never mind to take that back. You can build ranches and outposts. So Actually, you can build several things in outposts. So I think I'm going to get the Artisan's Quarter there. And what else? We're also going to improve the saffron here. Just because we're not really doing anything else.
We feel this proposal would benefit all.
Okay, and I think we'll accept open borders as well. That's fine with me. Okay.
What do you say to this appealing
Oh, he does want a
proposal?
non-aggression pact. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Gladly.
Let us have one.
Okay. That's great because the Goths are very brutal, so that should guarantee us some safety. Okay, and what are you doing? Just keep exploring. You should be fine. I've noticed you can explore the forests a lot more than you can in Civ. They don't have as nearly big of a movement penalty, which is very, very nice. But we are completing our farmer's quarter in Laventa very soon, which is slowly growing to encompass a lot of territory. That should be a fairly big city. Just telling from our colossal heads and
A
whatnot.
leader must be prepared to commit the most despicable acts, like this declaration of war.
What is he asking
Try
for?
me. I'm happy to dance.
Did he declare war? What's going on here? I don't really care about that. What's this? So, I guess he just declared war on us for whatever reason. We have to gear up, though. We can't, yeah, we have to... Crap, we have to get ready. Work is proceeding on the Magnificent New Wonder. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we can do actually, this is going to help a lot because we need some help in the war. So we need to immediately switch off of that and start working on some kind of defense. Okay, we need to get our javelin throwers ready. Alright. I think it would also be a good idea to get some javelin throwers here. Maybe some kind of warrior. Just for some defense. Okay, we're gonna need something better than that. Alright. That is unfortunate. I didn't even know they could break their non-aggression pact like that. Okay, let's just see. Then he's going around and trying to destroy our territories. So that is not acceptable. Alright. Okay, we're building another javelin thrower. Let's skip this turn here, and then let's see what we can do. Can you do anything useful here? Okay, you're at 100% stability, so I think we can build this quarter here. Great. That should help with our war efforts because we can buy things out of it more. Okay. Let's get a standing army, just because we want to discover iron for our show to lie. Alright. Looks like we explored the top end of the continent. So let's quickly move our warriors down here. Okay, he's fairly fast. I think that's thanks to our roads. And then, I don't think warrior great generals are in this demo, but nonetheless we need to quickly band together and see if we can move forward. Alright. We'll be growing again in 4 turns, but I think we want to get an obelisk down here. some kind of scientific quarter. Okay, that's really good. I think we'll take that. Let's move you ahead of here. Okay, we're already low on pop, so I don't think we want to do a sacrifice. But I think we need to fortify this just because it looks like he might go down there or up to our outpost and try to destroy something, so that may be a bad idea. But I think we'll skip here. And what are you doing? Didn't we just assign you to do something? Okay, looks like he finished the whatever, the farming district. Okay, and he is just running through the territory. Okay, they haven't sent an invading force just yet, so we should be fine for the moment. And we can include one more person in our army corps. So, I think we'll get another warrior and just quickly pop him out. Great. Okay, let's move you here. Alright, and we have 4 people. That should be good. As we slowly move over. Alright. Okay, looks like they're messing around there. I'm not too great about that. We also discovered the Great Barrier Reef. But our religion is dominating the continent, which is great. There's even 5 followers in Harappa, which is the capital. So we are absolutely dominating everything. So that should give us some pressure, some leeway into politics. We also have a civic point, so let's go ahead and choose personal rights just to speed up district production. And let's move you guys over here. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see what the hell is going on over here.
No fear.
Let's get into a battle before the episode's end just to try to make things a bit more exciting. It looks like they retreated, actually.
This proposal respects
So let's
your
continue
people
nurturing our
and
relationship
mine.
with the Harappans. Then we're going to try to scare these guys off. Just to tell them to piss off before we end the episode. So hopefully this episode's been a bit more exciting with the war progressing here. I hope we managed to score an alliance with the Harappans. But let's quickly build an outpost here. And now that we've kind of got our army into oh, we even have our religion. But now I was saying, now that we have our army kind of established, I think we can kind of progress on from there. But just to give you guys something to look forward to, I think we'll decide our religion next episode. If there's any specific tenets you guys want to see me use, please let me know in the comments. But this has been a fairly interesting episode now that we're in a war with the kind of one of the strongest militarist factions here in the game. That should be interesting. So if you guys like the episode, please leave a like, subscribe, just to show you want to see some more of this content. Our first episode did amazing. Our second episode, not so much. We're only on like 40 views as I am making this video on Wednesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. But just make sure to share the content, get the word out, and try to help out the channel if you can. But thanks again for watching. I love you guys, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon. Alright, Civ Extraordinaire, out.